Hello folks, it's Gordon here. I hope all is well with you. And I got married this week. Well, I got married this week back in 1989. 35 years ago. Christ! 35 years ago. Love's young dream. Ah. So, yeah, this week, today as I'm recording this video, I was on honeymoon. We went traditional. We set off for our honeymoon the next day, the day after our wedding, and we went to St Ives in Cornwall, down in the southwest of Britain. We'd been there before, so we knew we were going to have a nice time, and we did have a nice time. And we bought a painting down there by an artist called Donald MacLeod, and he does paintings of I think he calls it maritime art, but he does ships and old harbours. So he had a collection of old Cornish harbours, cobbled bendy streets, ships in the harbour, old sailing ships, done at maybe night time with mist and lights in the houses. Very atmospheric, and they're done in oils. So we were looking round one of the galleries and saw his work there, and I was sort of caught my eye straight away because of the colours, the imagination it invoked in me, and the textures, because it was an original done in oils, so there was texture on it. Oh, they're really lovely. And I thought we could buy that as a sort of joint wedding present to ourselves, sort of a mark of our start of our marriage and our honeymoon. So yeah, we bought it. Now fast forward 35 years, I don't have that painting anymore. I think she got it. But it made me think, as I'm having a bit of a push with my own artwork, I think that might be the only time that I've ever bought an original painting. I've been racking my brains trying to think if there's any other occasion where I bought an original painting. I don't think there is. I'm hoping I'm not upsetting any art. If I bought an original painting from an artist, a friend of mine who's watching this video, sorry, I've forgotten about your painting, but I don't think so. I don't think. So here's the question. Have you ever bought an original painting? Because your answer might be, no, never. Which would be my answer, apart from one time, 35 years ago. But I loved that painting. I loved buying it. I loved holding an original painting that someone had done. Because I sell original paintings. I sell prints. You can see prints of my sort of Father Christmassy troll type painting there. Have I got an original of one of the Christmas ones? No, I haven't. Should have planned this video a bit better, shouldn't I? Have I? No, but that's an original painting, for example. Now, you can have, I don't really think it ever comes across on the video, but the texture, there is some texture on that painting. The texture, the fact that it's the original, there's a certain something to it that you can't get from prints. Now, because it was 35 years ago, this painting from Donald MacLeod, I can't remember exactly which one it was. I've looked at his website. I think he's still painting down in St Ives. So he must be cracking on a bit. If I bought that in when I was 23, if I bought that when I was 23, 35 years ago, and he was painting then, and he's still painting now, he must be a bit older than me, unless he was, surely. Anyway, I've had a look at his website, and I've seen a couple that I think, well, it might be that one. It might be that one. I don't know. I don't even know if the painting still exists. It might have been burnt for all I know. I don't know. But yeah, all my paintings, at the moment, the original paintings, I charge £75, including shipping globally. Now that isn't a lot. And a lot of the artist coaches would say you can't sell an original for that, you should be selling prints for that, not the original. But hey, until I get a bit further down the road, I might, next year, I might increase the price to £99 for the originals. In fact, I probably will. But at the moment, they're only £75. So if you happen to see one of my paintings in any of my art promotions and you think, oh yeah, I like that, I might buy a print of that. My prints are from, what are they, £39 to £69 for a print. You might think, I'd like to buy the original, but that's going to be really expensive. Well, only £75 at the moment for any of my originals, including shipping, obviously as long as it's still available, because the originals, there's only one of those, obviously. And once it's gone, or it's gone to somewhere else, it's not available anymore. But bear that in mind and have a think. I'd love to hear your answers to this, because, as I say, a lot of people might have never bought an original painting. You might have bought one or two, or you might have bought loads. I'd be fascinated to know if you've bought loads of original paintings. Anyway, there we go. That's a little story to do with painting and me being on honeymoon this week, 35 years ago, back in 1989. God, that sounds a long time ago. It is a long time ago. GordonBryanArt.com is the site if you fancy popping over and taking a peek. Signing off for now. Wishing you as ever health and happiness. And I'll speak to you again soon.